Oh, you're being nice to Princess.
I'm always nice to Princess.
I think you just butter me up because you don't want me to talk about what I'm going to talk about.
Oh, you can talk about whatever you want. Are my cheeks red?
What?
Are my cheeks red?
Kind of.
I feel a little flush.
That's because your massive intensive workout that you just came off with?
Yeah. I was one arm rowing like 35 pounds. Hey, that's good for a girl. 12 to 15 reps. Yeah. 3 rounds. Same weight. Yep. I could keep going.
What'd you train today?
Everything.
Full body?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I like that. I don't know. I've done both versions of it, but I really enjoy that one. I feel like I've gotten results doing it. So I'm like, well, then I'm going to keep doing it because I enjoy it. Sometimes I can decide to go like 3 of my exercises are for shoulder, 3 are for chest, 3 are for tricep. I could do that one day, and then the next day I do like 3 of my back, 3 of my buys, and then the last one's a mix of both. Like I get to play around with it in so many different ways. You understand.
On one of our podcasts, it was in July,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about stating a goal,
Mm-hmm.
I think. But what I remember more was that you were my chair. You were going to get in great shape in 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you tell us about that journey?
Okay. So in July, when we had that first conversation, I had not started 75 hard yet. 75 hard had to have been July, August, September.
So tell me why you think
September,
75
October.
hard is important in this conversation.
Because that was 75 hard was when I was getting some serious results. In July, though, I was thinking about it when we talked about this.
Hold on. Why is it that you're getting set?
Consistency. No, just consistency. But you also have to follow. So
wait a minute. Hold it. Tell the people that are listening to this what 75 hard is.
75 hard is when you make a promise to yourself to do, I think, 5 consistent things for 75 days straight. So you have to follow a diet every day, read 10 pages of a book, do one 45-minute workout, one 45-minute workout outside, and then drink a gallon of water.
Okay.
So in July, though, I was thinking about this too, because I was like, I really, really was consistent with my diet. But remember, I was having stomach problems. Yeah, I was having stomach problems, and I didn't start dialing that down until like September.
But you said that you were motivated by this 75 hard.
Yeah, but 75 hard didn't start until September. And I changed my whole diet around for 75 hard. And then, I don't know, the foods that I started to eat, because I ate the same thing for like a month before that.
So the bottom line is did you reach your goal in 3 months or even 4?
No, I didn't. But that's because I hit health issues. You knew I was like having to take ulcer medicine because my stomachs were hurting so bad. Remember? You forgot about all that. Mm-hmm. I started dialing it in like September. And then I did get results, but then I stopped in December.
How come?
We talked about this on another podcast.
But I'm going to talk about it on this one too, because the idea here is that you state a goal and then you finish it, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And you have some health issues.
Yeah, no, I don't do that.
How come?
That's because I've done this in a really unhealthy way. And now I've learned that when I do it in an unhealthy way, I gain it back in an unhealthy way. And it's not healthy for my mentality. So I'm learning how to do it in a healthier way now. So I lost the weight. And then around Christmas, I allowed myself to stop and enjoy everything instead of going through it. Because in January, I would have went all the way back to my problem that I always have. You have to know. Tell me right now. You know that this whole journey, it can be a little sick in the head sometimes.
Oh, it can be more than a little sick in the head, but that's
people can get like anorexic.
Well, I know, and the thing about it is, I'm only talking to you in this way because you made a promise to yourself, basically,
Well, the promise kind of got shot with my freaking health issues.
Well, I know, but the thing is,
yeah, I know. Let's just keep going.
The thing that you'll understand is that when you do this again, if you do,
I am doing it right now
in a healthy way, I should say, because
healthy way. I am doing it right now, healthy way.
I think that what you'll find is that there's going to be something else that's going to come up in this next 3 months. If it's not a health issue, it's going to be an injury or a bad tendonitis where you couldn't do it.
No, because one, I've gotten my stomach dialed down. I fixed that problem. And two, Christmas isn't coming for a really long time. And that is my holiday. I will not diet around Christmas, and I will make that promise now.
Why did you go ahead and
I will not diet.
Why did you make that statement during that time?
Because I would have been done in October. I would have hit my goal in October. But because of my stomach issues, the goal started in September.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and let you off the hook.
No, my God.
I want you to state a goal because here's what I want you
Okay, let's state the goal right now.
Here's what I want you to do.
Let's do it now.
Here's what I want you to do.
Christmas isn't coming around.
Here's what I want you to do. I know there's other things that come up, but here's what I want you to do.
What?
Okay, you've shown me photos that how you want to look. Okay, and I assume that you're still wanting to do that.
Yep.
I think that as a personal trainer, one time you should get yourself in incredible shape.
100% accurate.
Okay, so
because I have to learn the part, like when it gets really, really hard, like you told me, the closer you get, the harder it is to lose those last pounds. I need to go through that.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and restate the goal?
Restate.
Go ahead. Tell me what's your goal for the next, because you're probably 3 or 4 months away from really being in fantastic shape. Like,
okay, let's give me 4 months.
Even though you don't want to get up on stage, okay, whatever. But you want to look like that. Okay, so let's just forget that you want to get up on stage. That is code for an excuse. Anyway.
No, stop. No, let's talk about that. When I am in the shape, then ask me if I want to get on stage. No, I don't want to. I don't want to get in the shape for stage. I want to get in the shape for me.
I understand
and then get on stage.
That's just an excuse.
That. That's not an excuse because I'm not. I could die tomorrow not being on stage and be okay.
Okay, I get it.
You know what? No, if you get on stage, I'll get on stage.
I've already been there several times.
Now.
You got no room to talk.
No, I mean now.
No room to talk.
If you do a comeback, I'll do it.
That's that part of what people say. Well, if you do it, I do it. No, I'm telling you.
No, because that would be legendary.
You need
if you came back.
You're trying to twist this. You need to make a promise to yourself a second
4
time.
months.
Hold on. Okay, what kind of shape are you going to be in so we can revisit this in 4 months?
I think the shape we would have to figure it out by body fat percentage.
No, I got a better way. Okay, body fat percentage is irrelevant to a degree. It's about the look.
Yeah, the look, but that look's going to be a certain body.
What kind of a look do you want? You want the kind of look that you could step on stage. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, there it is.
Not bikini, probably a little bit more.
It still has to be lean, and I mean,
yes.
all faces.
Yes, lean, fit, defined.
Okay, so that's
what's the weight? What's my weight?
We don't know that
because I've been at 113.
It's about the look. See, this is it.
Exactly. Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
So state it right now.
What? 4 months?
In 4 months, I will be in. Go ahead.
Well, what's 4 months away? May 21st, by your birthday.
We're in January.
Yeah.
20th. February, March, April. Yes, May, my birthday.
Your birthday.
On
it's
my
like 4 days before this. Yeah, I think.
Do you need the extra 4 days?
I don't think so.
You don't
just
think
start
so?
myself at that point.
Okay, so state it. Go ahead. Go on.
I will be in that shape.
No, here's what I want you to say. I want to say it like this.
Okay.
I, Cara. Just say it.
I, Cara. Will state
that I will be in ideal. No, I will be in contest shape ready.
I will be in contest shape ready.
On
May. Hold on 1 second. I just want to see if there's
18th.
A Thursday. If there's a Thursday there. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Let's make it fun if we're going to do it. May 20th, a whole 4 months is a Thursday. So May 20th.
May 20th.
May 20th, we will have to do a podcast about this.
Okay. So this is your new state of goal.
And then we'll have Charlie put my before and after picture in the podcast.
we'll just.
Oh, God, like that's no pressure.
May the 20th.
Okay. What about you?
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you something. You don't understand the significance of where I'm going and where I've been and where I'm at right now. You can't.
You know, your suit hides all your progress.
I put my photos on Instagram.
Very true. Very true.
Instagram.
Very true.
I show them all. I show
That's
41.
True. That's true.
I show 56. I show now 65.
Do you want me to bring that to you? Did you forget about that?
Oh, what? The espresso?
Yeah.
Since I'm stuck, would you mind?
Yeah, I just saw it and I was like, hey, but yes, continue to talk.
Okay.
I'm listening.
So, no, my progress photos are all up there, and I can actually take more photos. Thank you. When I was actually my first show.
You took more photos?
No, I can show you photos from when I was 27.
Oh, yeah. You look like exactly the same.
That's not true. I mean, age-wise, I look the same. Wink. But no, I've already done that.
Yeah.
Now, here's what I have to be careful about, and what makes us, I think, even if I don't have any problem boasting, but I'm this is maybe would you say this is act 3 for me, where I'm at right now?
Yes.
Kind of act 3.
Comeback number 3.
Number 3.
Yeah.
I did a number 2 when I was 56. And the thing that makes this even more remarkable for me is because of the fact that I'm really coming off having 3 strokes that paralyzed the shit out of me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want to, let me say this. I don't want to compete again. I don't want to at this stage.
Yeah, because you never know with you.
Well, because I know that it takes a certain mindset, and this is the reason why 95% of people never show up on stage. Mm-hmm. And I did a podcast on this yesterday, and it's about excuses. Mm-hmm. And I'm being very hard-nosed about this. And in my podcast, I say that people that use excuses are weak-minded. Mm-hmm. And that scared the shit out of me. Oh God, I gotta take a break.
I need to take a breather.
I don't know why the fuck I thought that mic
was liquid.
Over. I guess scared the shit out of me.
Okay.
Anyway, but I talk about in the podcast, and I'm very hard-nosed about that, as I think that all people do for the most part is use excuses one after the other, because it lets them off the hook. Mm-hmm. It makes them feel better when they say, well, I couldn't because of this. And I do realize that there are some valid excuses, but very few. I think I have the best excuse ever, being paralyzed, to ever try to come back again.
Oh, very true.
So that's why I'm so hard-nosed on this, and say most people, maybe you've heard this saying that excuses are like assholes. Most of them stink.
I thought it was excuses are like assholes. Everybody has one.
And they stink. I just left that. I think most people know that everybody has an asshole. Pretty sure everything does. Okay. I just cut that part out.
I guess technically cows, chickens, dogs, they all have assholes in them. They don't give us excuses.
Anyway, and most of them stink. 95% of the people never live up to their potential. You know why?
That is sad.
Why? You know why? It's because it's too hard.
It's too hard. And people settle.
So that's where the excuses come in.
So you think so people just have excuses in their life in all areas.
All walks of life.
In all areas of
all
their
areas
life.
Of life. Most people do not live up to their potential. Most do not. It's a small percentage.
Do you think people sabotage themselves?
Absolutely.
In what way?
Oh, the holidays are here. Fuck that.
Hey. That's
Fuck
because
that.
I've dieted during the holidays, and it started to get really unhealthy.
Dieted during the holidays, during my whole competition days.
Hey, guess what?
I always dieted during the holidays. You know what?
Guess what? Sometimes I don't want to be like you.
That's an excuse. You're making my point.
I don't want to be as extreme as you.
Point.
I'm extreme in my own way, let alone taking your extremeness and adding it to me.
You're making my point in this context. It's just like when people say, ooh, on the photos, I don't ever want to look like that.
What's funny is anytime you have an excuse, you know what your excuse is? Do you want to know what your excuse is?
There's no excuse.
You use an excuse. Do you want to know what it is? Yeah. It's the same thing every time.
I hate people.
I just don't want to. That's your excuse.
That's not an excuse.
You say it for everything.
That's not an excuse.
Well, I guess
I don't want to.
It could technically be an excuse.
No, I don't want to. I'm not saying it's because of something. I don't want to. Like, I don't want to compete right now.
I said that. I don't want to.
Yes, you do.
I don't want to compete right now.
Well, now you've changed. You're like the people that move goalposts. Oh, I don't want to compete now.
I want to be in shape.
You told me just.
I don't need to compete.
You told me not too long ago. You said, I'm going to get up on stage. You told me that.
I did a while ago.
What happened?
I realized that I didn't want to do it in an unhealthy way.
Oh God, that's horrible.
I wanted to do it. Right, I just wanted to do it for me.
Nobody's asking you to do it for months and months and months.
I wanted to do it for me.
Do you really think if you did one show that would be so unhealthy for you?
No. I just don't want to do it for the show. I want to do it for me.
I understand that.
Because if I do it for the show, guess what? After the show, I'm probably going to friggin' just not even care anymore. I want to do it for me.
Wow.
I don't want to do it for a show.
It's okay.
It's like doing it for your guy. Oh, yeah, I'm losing weight for my husband.
I think that you should lose.
Do it for yourself.
You should as a trainer. Because you represent yourself to other people. That lends you credibility.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that people that are fat and out of shape can't be a good trainer. It doesn't mean that.
Very true.
Visually, people want to see
that
a
walking billboard.
A walking billboard.
Yes.
So you're not doing it for anybody but you.
I'm so doing it for me
your business.
and my business and my career, and I'm not doing it for stage. Yeah. Take a drink of your espresso. Calm down. So how you doing?
I'm always pissed off about something.
You know, that might be accurate, but you don't show it all the time.
It's awful because I internalize. It's worse.
Then it explodes.
I think it's the worst of two evils for me. It's the lesser of two evils for other people that catch the wrath of my.
Well, you're really good at letting it out when you need to let it out, but I feel like most time either you're just really chill or you're just really good at hiding it.
I'm like a duck. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
Okay. A duck on top of the water seems very calm, very cool.
Oh.
But underneath, all shit's breaking loose. That's me.
That's actually a really good way of putting it. Have you heard that before? Or did you just come up with that?
No, I heard it before.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Are they really going that crazy under there though? Or is it a really nice?
Oh fuck! I'm a nightmare.
Swift.
Below the waterline.
Nightmare.
We kind of talked about this once before. I got no reason to be this mad. I think it's because I'm emotional. I'm high strung,
and that's how you're handling it.
I'm high strung. I guess. I'm actually very envious of people that can just. If I wanted to be a certain type of personality, it would be, they call it sprezzatura in Italian fashion. It's just with ease, no matter the situation, it's all handled, it's calm. That would be for me the ideal. No matter the situation, no matter how rough it is, how intense it is, how adverse it is, handle it with calm and ease and grace. And the most powerful, I'm getting hot under the collar here. Don't
you have a fan pointing on you?
I thought you don't want me to have it on.
You can turn it on if you're really that
Jesus, hot. I'm about to die right here.
Where'd you go for it?
No, seriously. Are you going to hear it? Is it very loud? If it is, tell me.
It's slightly, but cool yourself down.
I can suck it up.
Just cool yourself down.
But anyway, what's that saying?
You were talking about sprezzatura.
Sprezzatura.
Because you have emotions.
Yes.
And you wish you were sprezzatura with your emotions.
Yes, but I'm high strung.
Are you though?
I've been told that.
I think when you don't want to control it, maybe, but I feel like you control it really well these days.
Oh, I know. I was going to say the most powerful thing in the world is thought.
Yes, that's true.
I think still at this point, even though I'm up there in age where I think I'm maybe slightly declining mentally, only because sometimes I have a little bit of trouble coming up with the words. So I think it's that, or maybe I just don't give a damn. So it's not important to me to remember.
Oh, that's exactly what that is. When you get older, you guys get older and older and older, and then you just stop caring, and that is what makes your mentality go downhill.
Or
stop not caring.
Or I care a lot about shit. I'm just saying that there's certain things I don't care about.
We'll care more.
But it doesn't mean that much to me, apparently.
Okay.
I don't know. Or I've got so much clutter
that you're calm.
in my brain, in my head, I need to defrag. Mm-hmm. Have you heard that before?
Yeah, but how do you defrag?
It's a computer term.
Yeah, but how do you defrag?
I don't know. I don't think drinking this espresso is making me cool down anymore.
No.
Son of a bitch.
Don't drop it on your mic. I think when I get emotional, I don't think you've seen me emotional, haven't you?
You mean cry?
No, that's a whole different level. I think I just shut down.
It's an emotion.
I think I just shut down, which is somewhat of a stubbornness.
You're actually pretty even. I don't know what it feels like inside or underneath the water. But
pretty much what you're going through.
You seem to be pretty even.
It's pretty much what you're going through.
I don't know.
Do
you go off in the car? I have these fits in my car.
Sometimes I like. Actually, you know what I do? I do this. I hit my hands. I go like this. I do that. I've noticed that I do that. So if I get in the car or something.
That would never work for me. That would just hurt my hand.
No, that's how I do it. So if you ever see me do that. But I normally do it like where nobody can see. And then I punch myself.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. Have you seen the movie Liar Liar?
Jim Carrey?
Yeah. When he's beating himself up in the bathroom?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Why is that? Is that
we should make Charlie put a break right here in the podcast and let everybody see the scene that I'm talking about. But it's the scene where he's in the
that's where he starts wanting to tell all the truth.
Yeah, it's right past that, and he's in the bathroom and he's trying to do something, and he starts punching himself and banging his head against the thing, and he goes to the toilet and he smashes his head in the toilet, and I mean he really does smash his head in the toilet where it's like smashed. And then a guy walks in and he's like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm kicking my ass. Do you mind?" And he like leaves ripped clothes, all kinds of stuff. And the purpose of him doing it was he needed to get out of court because he couldn't lie. So he went and beat himself up in the bathroom. So it looked like somebody had beat him up in the bathroom. Wow. Yeah. So that's why I was like, I'd punch myself like liar, beat myself up. Yeah. I don't know. You think you're more emotional ever since the strokes too? Were you this way? Did you handle anger this way back then?
I wasn't this angry.
Interesting.
I wasn't. And to answer your question, the strokes did make me more emotional. It was really bad at one time. What was really crazy was, it was embarrassing, is I would laugh at shit that I shouldn't laugh at. You know?
Yeah. Well, no, because I've never done that, but I kind of.
I just laughed at the wrong times, and I just thought it was hilarious. And that comes with that. It's really strange. It changes your whole.
Like when everybody's at a funeral crying their eyes out, like and you're over here laughing.
I mean, that's kind of the example.
Laughing in an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, it's really weird. It did change a lot of things. I don't. I noticed myself when I was really on the mend, when I was really, in the beginning. I noticed that when I made breakthroughs, I really. I got very emotional. I could almost tell you that I was going to do a breakthrough because it happened quite often, actually. Because I was making breakthroughs about probably once every month. And especially if I did things that were out of my normal, because I have a routine with everything that I do. And when I did something that was more uncomfortable, for example, and I did this on purpose to try to get better and not to be imprisoned, because I knew that if I didn't get back to a normal way of life, I would be in a bigger prison than I was at that particular moment, being impaired, like drive to San Francisco. Or when I was getting towards the end, I was taking bigger leaps, and challenging myself. I went to Italy for 4 days by myself. And there's a part of me in the back, I'm thinking, I'm all alone. Basically, you're around people, but I'm 6,000 miles away from home. Mm-hmm. What if something happens? That kind of stuff runs through your head a little bit. Mm-hmm. But when I did that trip and I made it, it was like I overcame an obstacle and I got very emotional, but then I'd have a breakthrough with my body every single time. And I think it's the same way with training. If I want to get back to that, because it takes about 90 days or not, don't even, 3 weeks before your body from a routine that you're doing 3 weeks in a row makes a change. But don't even count the time, necessarily. It could be 3 weeks. It could be just from taking a trip. But it's pretty amazing how the body responds like that. But yeah, I get real emotional, and I could tell you when I was going to have a breakthrough, just by how emotional I get, like extra emotional, like watching what was that singing show?
American Idol.
They had a backstory. Oh shit, it'd be a fucking mess. I mean, to the point it was like, it was embarrassing. Tina's over across the way because she sits across the way. I start with this. She knows what's going on. Then it makes me embarrassed that I'm sitting there bawling my eyes out at a backstory from somebody on American Idol.
I think that backstory gets everybody on American Idol.
Does it?
Yes.
I don't know.
No, it does. I guarantee it. Whoever's watching this, make a comment if you know or do it. I swear to you, they do. My mom does it just on movies all the time. I'm like, are you crying again?
See, then you got to do that.
No, my mom is bad though, like really bad. It's like that's not even sad. The person will be like, you are a great person and I love you. And then my mom's like, I'm like, Mom, no, it is not sad.
And then it makes it worse is, Tina's pretty hard-nosed. I've seen her get emotional a couple times.
Only a couple?
Yeah. She's hard-nosed, man. Even like when we just put a dog down, Kita, and I melted down over that. I allow myself, to let it go. She's tough. And maybe she melts down, but I would think she would tell me, but she's tough that way.
Did you tell her you had one?
No, but she knows because I have to say goodbye to Akita at home. I don't like to take her to the vet and watch her put the needle in and put it down. Can't handle that shit.
Yeah.
What's strange is I'm actually more emotional about my animals passing than my parents. Does that sound bad or what?
No, because you know what? They say that animals are like a man's best friend. They're emotional support animals.
I mean, I did melt. I did have both my mom and dad.
Yeah.
But I do it in privacy. And I think that comes from a guy named Bernie. He was one of my mentors. And for football, for sports, And he would tell me like strategies, like how to compete against if I was competing against somebody who was as good or not, if not even better than me. And he gave me all these tips. It's like psychological warfare. But one of the things he goes, when you get hit in football and you're hurt, never let him see that you're hurt. Never. I never forgot that. And I don't know if that carries over to what I'm talking about, because when we were at a meeting in Fresno. I mean, how did I respond during that
when
time?
I told you?
Yeah.
No, you were very calm.
Calm.
Super calm.
Yeah. And that's kind of how I get. But then I have a moment where I'm like alone, and then all hell breaks loose. I lose it. I allow myself to do that, and I'm good with that. But I can't do that in front of people. And maybe, to me, that's a sense of weakness. So I think maybe I got that from just growing up like that. As an athlete, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But, everybody handles death and adversity in different ways.
Oh, God. I handle death so bad. I don't know. I guess I had my grandma die and I cried. But I guess like close family, yeah, I cry. I get upset, sad. Losing my dad, that was probably the biggest of all. No, I guess I get sad. Like people from high school have died in really horrific ways. And yeah, that's been like emotional too. Yeah, so I get sad, period. That's tough.
And then, this life is very interesting, I know you're only 30.
I am. No, I'm 28. Don't take the two.
Sort of see if you're listening.
Don't take the 2 years away from me.
I know how old you are.
Oh.
But, you know, it's hard to know how you're going to respond and how you're going to be like when you get older. You know, you go through life and shit happens and, you know. But here I am, 65 years of age. And I look around and I see people that have just obviously given up.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
I've seen young people that have just given up for whatever reason.
You know, and again, maybe they have a really good reason.
Yep.
I don't know. But I think to myself, I've had this mentality of, and I've said it before when I've been under the gun, up against the wall, that when the dust settles, I'll be standing. I like that saying. Mm-hmm. I think I heard that from my dad. And, you know, here at this age, it's very interesting. You know, that's what direction that you go in. What are your goals? And if I'm giving advice to anybody, I would say, my uncle said it best. He said, you have to have something to look forward to. And I think you take that, I would take that a step further, because I've had something to look forward to for 38 years now with my work, because my work is hugely important to me, because it's based around my passion, right? Mm-hmm. But it's even more than that, because you can look forward to something, but I also don't, in my vanity, I don't want to be an old man. And that's kind of a struggle, because there's no way out of this thing to becoming old, you know, but yet I'm fighting that. I don't want to age gracefully. I want to fight like hell all the way to the end. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
No, I think that's a good thing. I think that's going to make you live longer. You know, they, like what? What's the ratio? I don't know what the ratio is of people that live like to 90. It's not high though.
No.
And I'm just thinking that maybe it's because if you think about the ratio of the ones that are out there that are really, really, really strong, it's probably not that high, because life tears you down. Oh, so it might be those ones, the ones that keep fighting and keep having something to look forward to, are the ones that make it to that 90, 98.
And my dad told me, he said, you'll see when you get older, you're not going to have this drive. And that set wrong with me. Mm-hmm. And maybe, I don't know. I don't think he did it on purpose. I think that was just him
just talking,
giving
venting
his, you know, honest opinion. He said, you know, this bodybuilding, it's, you know, right now you're young and you're strong. And I will say this. I mean, I don't want to compete, but if I hadn't already done all this more than one time, I mean, I competed for 15 years.
Yeah. If
I hadn't have done it over and over again, I think I would have that goal. And I'm going to tell you something that scares me a bit, because bodybuilding is all based on extreme behavior. Mm-hmm. And the mode that I'm in right now is not because I'm going to compete, because I know that would take me to yet another level.
Mm-hmm. But you're already at a level.
I'm at a level right now. I've already flipped the switch to a degrre.
Yeah. So you're a little scared.
It's not a switch in this case. You know those dials that you turn?
Yeah.
That makes the light?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on one of those now.
Oh.
And slowly but surely, it's like, it took me a long damn time to be able to do that, because I was spending my time repairing myself.
Yeah. It took you 7 years.
8
years. Yeah. It took you 8 years to get to this point.
8 years. Mm-hmm. And I just really have flipped the switch maybe, I don't know, 6 months ago. I mean, I was working out, but it wasn't that. It's hard to explain unless you've been there.
Wasn't that mindset.
Any bodybuilder will understand. Anybody that's gotten on stage will understand what I'm saying, because it's a switch. Your mindset just, and that's where the scary shit starts happening, because that's where all the extreme behavior happens. And that was, you know, it could have been, it didn't help my situation.
Yeah.
Back then when I had all this shit.
So you have to be careful.
But yeah, so I'm fighting that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm fighting that. I'm fighting old age, you know. And what I find so fucking interesting is pain, you know. Pain never goes away. I think I've had a couple times where for just a brief moment, it's like, holy shit, no pain in my body anywhere. But it lasts just, but all pain does now is move.
Oh.
It just moves to another area.
Yeah. Woo! Is that what I have to look forward to?
Hell yeah. That's why there's a old saying, getting old is not for the feeble or the weak-hearted or the, you got to be stubborn. So I think maybe now, coming back a little full circle, maybe being emotional will help. Maybe being that, fiery a little bit.
Yeah. Having that fire under you.
Are you saying you're fucking crazy by doing this right here?
Yeah. Always have to give you a little heads up. See, like 5 minutes,
When you get up in the morning.
Here we go.
What's this? Are you a horse today?
Probably because my lips are really bothering me, so I'm more aware of them at the moment.
Why?
I think they're super chapped.
What have you been doing?
Nothing.
Weather?
No, you know what? I did do a face little thing yesterday, and I put it around my mouth, and so it probably hit my lips because it is kind of hurting a little bit.
When you get up in the morning, do you brush your teeth first or just before you leave?
It changes all the time.
So you don't have a routine?
No. No.
Maybe that's telling.
Actually, wait. Now that I think about it.
I have a routine. You don't have a routine?
I'll tell you why. Because either I get up and immediately use the restroom, and if I do that, then I brush my teeth and do whatever I can in the bathroom, and then I go sit down in my room at my makeup area, do my makeup, and then get dressed.
Oh, I see. So you're efficient to the area you're in.
Yes. So, and then if I don't go to the restroom and I'm fine right there, then I'll sit down immediately, just do my makeup, get dressed, then leave my room, and on the way out go to the bathroom. So it's but I have 3 things that I do. 3 things. I go to the bathroom to brush my teeth, and then my room has my clothes and my makeup. So it is a little routine.
I swear to God, when I get up early,
I hate it.
I think
Leo, I hate it. Does it ever get easier? Because I swear to you, it does not get easier.
Oh,
for
yeah.
me.
You don't have enough years underneath your belt.
Oh, okay. Does it get easier?
No. You just learn how to tolerate it better.
Okay. You just learn how to tolerate it better. Well, tell me some tips here of tolerating it better.
Repetition is a mother's skill.
I hate it. I hate it.
Repetition is a mother's skill.
I hate having to go to bed early. That's so, especially as a mom, because my kid goes to bed at 9.
That's more challenging.
So it's
but you're only 30.
Listen, my time would be 9 on, but it's no, bitch, you have to go to bed right now.
I understand. I've been your age.
Yeah. So it's well, when do I get me time? So then I stay up till 10 or 10:30. Because I'm you know what? Sit down and watch a movie. You sit down and watch a movie.
And being a mother.
And then guess what? I go to bed and I wake up in the morning. I'm you stupid girl. Don't stay up and watch a movie ever again.
And being a single parent, I think, is a really different dynamic. And I'll give you that.
Probably.
But being your age, I stayed up till the wee hours. I would go to work from partying.
I can't. My body will hold water like no other. My body will make me feel it.
I'm just saying that.
Weight loss will not be an option.
I'm just saying that, in my opinion, in my situation, I've never been a morning person, and I've gotten up this early for 38 years.
I'm nice. Are you nice in the morning?
I don't know.
Because nobody's up with you.
Nobody's up. I don't talk to you.
You get up so early, though. It's almost stupid early.
It is stupid early. And the thing that's getting worse is I'm going to bed earlier all the time. Fuck, I was in bed yesterday at 7:30.
I'd go to bed at 6 o'clock if people allowed me.
And I normally get up at 3. But now this morning, the last couple of nights, I'm up at 2:30, wide awake.
That is nuts.
I know.
You're making my stomach hurt just thinking about it.
So what I do then, and I'm always challenging myself, because what I've realized is that I have a regimen. Everything I do is regimented. Repetition, mother skill.
Yeah.
I can do it in my sleep. So just for giggles and shits, when I get up that early, I decide to change my routine just to see if I can do it without forgetting anything. And son of a bitch, this morning I did. It's amazing to me. And I'm aware of it. I'm conscious of it. I'm doing things in a completely different order. And I'm out the door and I'm driving 7 minutes. And motherfucker, if I didn't forget my shake.
Your shake,
my
too.
Shake. That was one of the times I went off. I went off when I had to turn around. I was going off in my truck. I'm
on yourself?
Yeah, I'm not gonna even tell you what I was saying. I was off. I was a
No,
lunatic.
tell me.
I was a fucking lunatic.
Give me just an
I'm
example.
No. All I can tell you is very high volume of fucking yelling all the way back till I got into the house because I didn't want to yell to wake up Tina. That's the only reason why I stopped. That's how fucking mad I was.
Oh man.
Just because I forgot to shake. But the point is,
Yeah, I do it in my head.
oh, when I change my routine, it's amazing to me. I always fuck something up. Just that little change in routine.
You okay?
No. I don't know why I'm so pissed off about that. That's my point. Why are you getting so upset?
Because you disappointed yourself.
I mean, if I would have been all the way to work,
oh no,
would have found me on the floor. Fucking in a fetal position, shaking.
I think for the people that are listening, your house is like 20 minutes away, right?
Yeah, 20 minutes away. Anyway, we all have our problems, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so to wrap this thing up, okay, we're going to state it one more time.
Okay.
You do it on your own.
I, Cara, state that I will be in competition-ready shape May 20th of 2021.
Okay.
Which is a podcast day.
Okay.
Well, hopefully we're still doing this podcast.
Well,
that's your mission.
I don't know about you, but I will be.
I don't know how you're going to be doing it without me.
Well,
I'm your co-host.
Well, I know that.
You need me.
But life has to go on with or without you. Anyway,
okay.
We out.
We out.